basic scripture. And it says, then God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food. And we know that God had provided plants and fruit-bearing trees as food for humanity at creation. He made everything and then made man, and, so he provided everything. It just shows that God was caring. He was a caring provider, and he supplied a peaceful plant-based diet before any human sin or death entered this world. So we see God is very good, was good at the time, is good, and will always be good to us, that he has provided for us. So we thank God this morning for being a provider. The topic this morning will be boosting dopamine naturally, nutrition, lifestyle, and wellness support for Parkinson disease. And we know some people suffer from Parkinson's disease, many people at this time. What is our objective? I must, before going ahead, say a disclaimer. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Now, is the recording on? Are we recording? President? President Chelsea, are we recording?
It's on, yes.
All right, so go ahead. In our objectives, you will learn to understand what Parkinson's disease is, to recognize common symptoms, to learn the major causes and risk factors, review conventional treatment options, to discover nutrients that support healthy dopamine production, to explore lifestyle habits that support brain health, and finally learn about today's featured nutritional product, the Shield. What is Parkinson's disease? Parkinson's disease is a progressive neurological disorder that primarily affects movement. It develops when nerve cells in an area of the brain called the substantia nigra become damaged or die. These cells normally produce dopamine, a neurotransmitter responsible for smooth, coordinated movement. As dopamine decreases, movement becomes slower and more difficult. What does dopamine do? Dopamine helps regulate movement, balance, coordination, motivation, mood, learning, attention, reward pathways. Healthy dopamine levels are essential for normal brain function. And what are the signs and symptoms? We can look for these signs and symptoms and associate it with Parkinson's disease. We look at movement symptoms and we will look at non-movement symptoms. The movement symptoms are tremors, muscle stiffness, slow movement called bradykinesia, balance problems, shuffling walk, reduced facial expressions, soft voice. And some of our non-movement symptoms are fatigue, depression, anxiety, constipation, poor sleep, loss of smell, brain fog, and memory changes. What causes Parkinson's? And we realize that there is no single cause. Researchers believe it results from a combination of genetics. We have it, genetics, which some families have that handed down in their genes. It can be from environmental exposures, aging, oxidative stress, inflammation, mitochondrial dysfunction, and loss of dopamine, that is producing neurons. How can we approach Parkinson's disease with our treatment? And some of our treatment approaches are, common drugs, fall into these categories, common drugs or common therapy. Under common drugs, we have levodopa, carbidopa, dopamine agonists, myo B inhibitors, COMT inhibitors. And under common therapy, we have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, exercise, deep brain stimulation, DBS, for selected patients. The doctors will determine when they examine their patients. And now we have some foods that naturally boost dopamine. Some of our foods, as you can see in the pictures, are bananas, coffee, pineapple, tea, green tea, guava, sweet potatoes, beets, cashews, and broccoli. So in bananas, we have the tyrosine. In the coffee, we have caffeine. In the pineapple, we have the bromelain. Green tea, we have theanine. And guava is rich in vitamin C. Sweet potatoes, we have a beta carotene in it. And we have our beets. In the beets, we have our nitrates. And in cashews, copper. Broccoli, we have sulforaphane. Nutrients needed for dopamine production. So if we need dopamine production in our bodies, right, we can look at certain nutrients. First, we have the tyrosine, as I mentioned there, that was in the bananas, building block used to make dopamine. These are building blocks. And the food sources, we can get it in chicken, fish, soy, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, almonds, and avocados. Very healthy. And the vitamin B6 helps convert L-dopa into dopamine. And the sources that we can get them from bananas, potatoes, salmon, sunflower seeds, and spinach. All these foods are very, very good for us. And we continue vitamin B9, folate, supports healthy neurotransmitter production. The sources, leafy greens, beans, asparagus, avocados. And where will we get our vitamin B12? This supports healthy nerve functions. Sources are from fish, eggs, dairy products, and fortified foods. Continue vitamin C helps protect dopamine producing neurons from oxidative stress. And some of the sources we have are citrus fruits. We know the oranges, grapefruits, mandarin, tangerine, and all these lemons. Kiwi, bell peppers, and berries. Magnesium, we can get these from pumpkin seeds, spinach, nuts, and dark chocolate, and these support healthy nervous system functions. The omega-3 fatty acids, these nutrients support healthy brain cell membranes, and the sources are salmon, sardines, walnuts, and flax seeds. And where will we get our antioxidants? These help protect brain cells from free radical damage. And examples, blueberries, turmeric, green tea, dark leafy greens, and colorful vegetables. All healthy foods. And today we are going to look at some of our hardest products, supplements that support our dopamine production. We can get them all in these products, or antioxidants and vitamin B complex, etc. Our three essentials, the red Lviv, the yellow, and the green. We have our shield and our memory fusion, our calcium, coral calcium, our omega-369, and our Nutri Shake. And the product of the day is our shield. And we know very well that this shield is a very, very good product, natural energy booster. It supports healthy nervous system functions. It helps supports concentration, and it supports natural energy and vitality. And we can see pictures of some of the, some of the foods which are included in our shield. Very, very, very good and dear to me, the shield, and to us. How shield supports wellness? It supports healthy nervous system function. It supports healthy energy production. It provides antioxidant support. It supports mental clarity. It supports focus and concentration. It supports healthy brain function. And it also supports our overall wellness. Very great. Shield and dopamine support. Shield contains some nutrients that help support enzymes involved in neurotransmitter production. It also supports healthy nerve communication and protect neurons from oxidative stress, supports healthy brain metabolism, and helps to maintain overall neurological wellness. So it's important that we have our shield every day. It's important. Shield is intended to provide nutritional support and is not a treatment or cure for Parkinson's disease. We just know it's filled with nutrients that is very good to support dopamine in our bodies. Living well with Parkinson's, stay physically active, okay? For a balanced diet, use a balanced diet. Keep regular medical appointments. If you want to live with the Parkinson's disease, or you know anybody is living with it, stay physically active. Keep that. Eat a balanced diet. Keep regular medical appointments. Maintain social connections and practice stress management. All right. My takeaways this morning for all of us, they are key. 1, Parkinson's disease affects dopamine producing brain cells. 2, nutrition supports overall brain health. 3, exercise remains one of the most effective lifestyle strategies. 4, several vitamins and minerals support normal dopamine production. 5, healthy habits like exercise and proper nutrition work together. They work together. And 6, nutritional supplements complement but do not replace medical care. So everything in one, we just have to seek medical care and work along with our doctors. Thank you very much for listening. An appointment with Ardis will surely change your life and my life.